deeply cruel. Boris Johnson faces backlash after axing protections for child refugees, as Rees-Mogg reappears for first time since blaming Grenfell victims.
Here's a summary of the article.
PM accused of binning compromises as Brexit bill returns. Boris Johnson faced accusations he had binned his withdrawal deal compromises in favour of a hard Brexit as MPs prepare to vote on his exit terms. Critics on the opposition benches said the PM had reneged on his pledged pre-election compromises on protections for workers and child refugees now that he had been unbridled by his crushing win at the polls. Sir Keir Starmer, Labour's shadow Brexit secretary, said, the Tories have torn up the protections for workers' rights and child refugees, and watered down Parliament's role in the next phase of the Brexit negotiations. It was a bad bill before the election, and it is even worse now. Acting Liberal Democrat leader, Sir Ed Davey, added, barely days away from the election and this withdrawal agreement reveals exactly what an unbridled Boris Johnson will do with the country. Every compromise made before the election, from workers' rights to protections for unaccompanied refugee children, have been binned just as we warned they would. Labour MP Annalise Dodd said she is very concerned about the European Union bill.
This post received a score of 18,634, with an upvote ratio of 86%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
That's what he was voted in for. People might feign outrage, but in reality that's exactly what they want. Edit, thanks for the gold. This is now my highest rated comment ever. I wish it would have been upon a more positive note.
Fuck US harder, Boris.
Hey, but those UK voters really showed the wishy-washy Labour leadership a thing or two, huh? That'll learn 'em.
Gotta own the labs.
Absolute mad labs. They actually did it.
Figured that Haunted Pencil would show up after the election like nothing has happened. I was hoping he'd got his time machine working and had fucked off back to the Victorian era. But, alas, it seems he's stuck in this timeline.
Let's not kid ourselves, this right here is why a lot of people voted Tory in the first place. Greater than Boris Johnson faces backlash from people that have never supported him for doing the things he told his more numerous supporters he'd do.
Does anyone know specifically which protections have been axed?
Source.
Oh, I thought they were axing specific current protections.
This feels like that bit in Revenge of the Sith when Darth Sidious stops masquerading as Sheev Palpatine once he's got control of the Republic, and just starts going around in his true abominable form.
I dunno, man. Boris never really went around pretending to be something else. No one was tricked into this. They knew exactly what they were getting.
Oh, believe me, I'm definitely not excusing anyone who voted for that bastard. But it is true that he's now openly abandoned the few things he was promising, like the workers' rights and environmental policy guarantees.
Sadly, this is the bed the UK made for itself. It's not like he revealed his true colours on election night.
Agreed. Yet people are still going to blame Jeremy Corbyn and everyone who supported him for having the gall to doubt the integrity of Boris Johnson.
I love the question title articles on that page. Did Boris Johnson lie about, yes, for fuck says yes? He has been spinning outright fabrications since before the Brexit vote. What has happened to the population that they can't seem to wrap their heads around the idea of lying liar who never faces consequences continues to lie? A portion of the population always seems surprised when someone who lied to them to get into power lies to them when they have power.
Because the British electorate are thick as shit. I know saying that won't win anyone over, but not saying it hasn't exactly worked either, so at this point the only rational conclusion is to say, they are thick as shit. They had facts thrown at them by not just Labour but the Lib Dems, the Greens, SNP and hell even the fucking Brexit party said don't trust Boris because he doesn't want a proper Brexit. But they still fell for it. Because they're thick as shit.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.